Rane Performer DJ Controller Review, worth the switch or just another overhyped controller? I get it. You've probably been burned before by cheap DJ controllers that promise the world but fall apart the second you try to mix a real set. Maybe you've even bought one of those all-in-one units that looks great on paper but feels clunky when you're trying to beat match live. The Rane Performer isn't one of those. It's the kind of piece of gear that makes you wonder why you didn't upgrade sooner, but only if you actually need what it offers. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This isn't just another DJ controller with a few extra buttons. The Performer doubles as a DMX lighting controller, which is a game changer if you're playing live events, clubs, or even small gigs where lighting can make or break the vibe. Most controllers force you to buy a separate lighting interface or rely on basic built-in LEDs, but Rane built this one to handle both tasks natively. That means no extra dongles, no awkward software workarounds, just plug it in, sync your lights to your mix, and let the visuals do the heavy lifting. Now, if you're strictly a bedroom DJ who only plays for yourself or streams online, this might be overkill. You'd be better off with a simpler controller that focuses just on mixing. But if you're the type who plays live, whether it's in a club, at a wedding, or even a small festival, this thing starts to make a lot of sense. The DMX integration alone saves you from having to buy a separate lighting controller, which can run you another couple $100. That's real money back in your pocket, especially if you're already investing in pro gear. The performance side is where this controller really shines. The pads are responsive, the jog wheels feel solid, and the effects section gives you enough creative firepower to keep your sets dynamic without overwhelming you. I've seen controllers with more buttons, but they often end up feeling like a cockpit of chaos. The Performer strikes a balance: enough controls to be useful, but not so many that you're constantly second-guessing your workflow. That's the kind of thing you only appreciate after you've tried to mix on something that feels like it was designed by committee. Where it falls short, though, is in the learning curve. If you're used to basic controllers, the extra DMX functionality means you'll need to spend some time in the manual. It's not rocket science, but it's not plug and play either. The software integration is smooth once you get it set up, but the initial setup isn't something you can just wing. If you're not comfortable tweaking settings or troubleshooting, you might find yourself frustrated early on. Another thing to consider is the size. This isn't a compact controller you can toss in a backpack. It's built for stability on a stage, so it's heavier and bulkier than your average controller. If you're someone who moves around a lot, like playing at multiple venues in a night, this might not be the most portable option. But if you're setting up in one place and staying there, the weight works in your favor because it doesn't slide around when you're pushing the jog wheels hard. The build quality is solid, but that's expected from Rane. They've been in the game long enough to know that DJ gear needs to hold up under real-world conditions. The knobs don't feel cheap, the faders glide smoothly, and the overall construction suggests it's built to last. That's important when you're relying on this gear to deliver night after night without failing. So, who should buy this? If you're a DJ who plays live events and wants to elevate your performance with synchronized lighting, this is a smart buy. It saves you money, simplifies your setup, and gives you more creative control without adding unnecessary complexity. If you're a producer who only dabbles in live sets or someone who prefers a minimalist setup, you can probably skip this one. The Rane Performer isn't the cheapest controller out there, but it's not the most expensive either. What it is, though, is one of the few controllers that actually delivers on its promises without forcing you to buy a bunch of extra gear to make it work. If you've been on the fence about upgrading, this might be the one that finally pushes you over the edge. Check it out using the link in the description if it sounds like the right fit for your setup.